Good morning, everybody. I apologize for all the messing around here um, because I had to get some new stuff. Certain aspects of the stream are moving, let's say, not necessarily the places that I want them to go. So I do apologize for all this. Hopefully, we will get this stuff sorted out. S- I got the little joys of a new PC and actually a lot of a new setup. So, today is an important day. Why? Because it's finally time to go and actually share in real time all the little things that I've noticed within the sanctum itself, as well as all of Albrecht's laboratories. It's pretty crazy, actually. And I do recommend to everybody you should try playing the game without um, without sound on, especially in this area, because it's really worth it. Good morning. Good morning. Um, just because I don't want to ruin anybody else's day while we're doing this, you know. I hear, I actually get so many comments regarding this area. Swazdula, good to see you. I'm glad you were able to make it. I'm glad I was actually able to put the stream out. We had some technical difficulties this morning again, and they continue to happen. Um, I'm just going to turn that down a little bit on my headphones. It's getting pretty scary, actually. Okay, so first things first. I don't know if people noticed or saw in my one video in regards to this area, but this has been translated to what is it, 1999, appointment '02, something like that. Um, my biggest question is I just want to know who this belongs to because I don't think we've ever actually really figured that out. Is this Lloyd's pager? Is it Albrecht's pager? Is it somebody else's pager? Like, I'm not even sure what the quest insinuated. I mean, because you could make the case that, like, uh, you could make the case, I believe. Oh, you've never seen the pager? Let's see if I can get a good, nice look at. I can always go into the Captura. Hello. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're at. But if you remember the beginning to, I have no clue what this is, to be honest with you. I know there's a guy down there. This time you can just see his feeties. Um, but there's all kinds of the guys. You have these effigies of the man in the wall, right? And they're literally everywhere. I mean, built throughout the architecture. And then you have the one up top. And a lot of people they always want me to talk about this particular head, and wow, its placement is incredibly interesting. Let me put my microphone down. I don't want to get any clipping here. We've already had problems with that recently. So we'll talk about the silhouette because there's some very important things that I um I originally thought and then I kind of went back on, and now that I've got a little bit more proof of certain things that I think I can actually provide to you today in stream, I think you'll see what I'm talking about. So first things first, this one. I don't know if this one is any more significant than that one, or this one, or any of them, right? Um, it just looks like his head's on top of this structure too. And I could be wrong because unfortunately, even if you go into the Captura with like Titania, you can't get very high. You can't get high enough to actually see anything. Yeah, that is true. This one's got a closed mouth, which is a little bit different. Um, that being said, I can tell you within one of the that one has a closed mouth too, though. And in fact, I would say this portion of the head, like if you see my cursor, this is actually identical to that, right? Is my arm more significant than my leg? You mean is the I'm not sure that what I understand that question. I'm not sure about. I don't know. Yeah. um. Again, we'll get more into what's beneath because in another area because there's definitely a place that's much better than this. Other things of to take note. I think this is very cool. The amount of fingers that are within the architecture itself, and more importantly, in one area in particular, you can see that the vessels seem to be they're being like pulled by that, if you will, by the hands. Well, that's a good question too. Are they built or manifested? That's a good point. Like, I actually thought in order for all this to be here, it seems like it would almost be something like a wish that a genie would make versus Albrecht being able to like build this in the traditional sense, especially because as you can see, the foundation of this it appears to be false. Like this looks like wood, right? But then you realize that it's all facade and everything here is just built by or it's just created by this and then manifested, right? Yeah, then you have the vessels. Very interesting that certain ones still exude heartbeats, such as the one that Lloyd had some connection to, this guy. But the one that we had a connection to has nothing. Oh yeah, Warframe is steeped in that. Warframe has all kinds of like very interesting connections. And I actually said in another thing that I wasn't even sure if DE understands some of the things that they do because a lot of storytelling and stuff like that actually comes from like blueprints that we've used for millennia or not millennia but for thousands of years as humans to basically tell kind of the same feeling story over and over again. It's like these like subconscious things. But with that being in mind, let's go in and have some fun. What do we got? For this one, I think I'm going to use the crutch. And this is the, oh, it's not the best ribbon ever, but it's not terrible. I'll always take an additional 200% multi-shot. That being said, when you got the 100% status on it, it's kind of nice. And then I also got this. Not again, not great, but it is what it is. I've rolled it 35 times, and I haven't been able to get anything good on this particular ribbon. So at this point, I'm done with that. Yeah, and let's go do this.
Murmur or no murmur, what you need? How long someone has to live to get his hands on this much stuff? Nice.
Hopefully, they're somewhat decent to me as far as the debuffs. Well, I mean, we do have one of the characters in game, Journey to the West, right there. Actually, two of them. You want to be? All right. What are you doing to me? That's not terrible. Ain't the worst. Ah, that's not bad. Oh, I hate that one.
Only one way out of the anchor hold. Use that terminal.
The reason why I'm playing it solo too is that with the end, I want to actually stay in the Netracell room and kind of do stuff. So with that in mind, I don't want to ruin anybody else's day that's actually just trying to play the mission, if you will. This might be the best man on the wall, by the way. It's just really hard to get. And I'll actually discuss that one in detail because that's the same one that you can see in the Captura, and that one is for a very long time. Oh, hello. I thought that you could look at it as it could be tiny, really, and just the shadow could project that thing to make it look like it's huge. But for the next Netracell, yeah, I can absolutely if you want to. Just I mean, you're already watching the stream, so it's cool. Um, but at any rate, that particular one that I was referring to has some very, let's say, unique characteristics that make it almost impossible for it to be like a projection of a shadow. And with that in mind, this is something I've said in one of my other videos. Um, the the vessels don't seem big enough. Okay. I'm well. I don't really play with other people very often, so send me a friend request. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. I'm showing online right now, so and then we can do it that way. What do you got here? Oh, well, I'll take that. Wow. Hey. Yes, I know. I got it. I accepted it too. Did you see that? I still don't understand the gruzzling thing. I'm going to be honest with you. And as much as I want to go chase that thing, trying to stay on track here today. Hmm. While you're still chilling us? Ooh. It's true. Ah, look who we have here. The abandoned vessel, huh? Guess what? No heartbeat. Very interesting. That actually might be where... Who shot you already? Is this the good one? Oh, wait. That is the good one. Okay, we can come back to this. Alright, check this out. Might as well just look at it now while we're here. If you look at this head in particular, around the side, you can actually see the indentation, like around the ears. I know it's kind of tough to see, but that, for a shadow to hit like that, that would mean that he's got to be right there. It's not like he's way down. He's literally right there. It's very cool. I asked the same question in a short. That it does seem very strange that the vessels look almost identical to the people of Duviri. And I have to think that it, well, let's put it this way. Something just keeps telling me that Entradi has more to do with Duviri than basically than anybody knows. But that'll be one of those things that we find out at some point down the road because Warframe's real good for that. You know, they'll kind of lay out a premise, they'll keep a thing a particular way, they won't say anything about it for a couple of years, and then blam, truth. Here's another good one. God, we got all the good ones here today. This is the one I was referring to. This vessel in particular, it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere because, well, it, the walls are they got her. They got her. Okay, sounds good. As soon as I'm done with this. Oh, look at that. We'll have this. She's still got a heartbeat going, and also still has her eyes. And normally, I don't know if the eye thing would make much of a difference, considering like they could have just taken the eyes and done something to them at some point. But Back to the Future 2, that's like one of my favorite movies ever. I mean, the whole Back to the Future series is amazing. What I was going to say here is, sorry, getting off track again. When we first see the vessel that the Tenno takes over, right? It has its eyes. But then once we're done with that, they go away. No, I think I would hate that very much, you know? There's just something really great about the dual toxicist. I've I've never looked at this weapon as anything more than mastery rank fodder. And then the incarnate occurred, and everything changed. Here's just a random hand for you. So I'm not sure about this, but one of the other things I've kind of postulated, because you can see all the, like, how the arteries and stuff kind of work throughout the labs, and it makes you think, or it like makes me think at least, that are the body parts of the vessels, right? Are they are they powering the labs? Because there's like, there's different places where you can see that like a heart's been removed from a vessel. Good morning, evening, and afternoon to everybody who just joined there. Appreciate you stopping by. Do. Oh, secondary weapons deal red crits.
Using the key glyphs will open the Netracell.
I know.
Be ready. Security's freaking out. The Netracell doors won't open till you clear out.
It's just red amazingness. I'm in Phobos? You mean Deimos?
How can you even go near that?
Go near what?
Stronger stuff than
Oh, it's right there. Mm-hmm. I like when they don't go too far. Just beautiful chaos, carnage. Gotta love it. Does anybody else hate it whenever people just refuse, just absolutely refuse to stay in the circle when they're doing an Netracell run? Well, there's a bunch. That the thing is there's a lot of hearts. Like there's hearts everywhere. Now there's the one that powers the door in wherever you call it, but at the same time, there's even more than that. Just scoot on out of there. Easy, clean. Yeah, I'll wait for a bigger, easier target to hit. The walking pair, or the yeah, the living legs. They're the best ones. Mhm. I'll go grab up that a little bit. Dante's just the best. It's like I've been a Revenant main for a very long time, so it's very difficult to let go, but at the same time, change is inevitable with everything. And oh, hello. Yeah, I'm excited about Jade. That frame looks really good. Okay, and what I noticed from the dev stream, why do you think now follow me on this. Why do you think they chose to show Jade in the area where Umbra was at? Yep. That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, wait a second here. Oh, there goes my dog. Why there? And it's just interesting when we're talking about Stalker that that they would go and show the new Warframe in the area that another frame that is the same frame altogether. I should probably whoa. Just chill out in here for a second. I just need a little bit of energies. To get my stacks and whatnot back up again, will be just fine. So grab this. And there we go. See, I'm okay. Follow me on this one because it's probably totally wrong, but I might as well just say it because I've been thinking about it. You know how everybody talks about like there's all these different frames, right? And like now you have Arthur donning the same frame, and you have Excalibur, and then you have Stalker, and then you have like Excalibur Prime, and then now Excalibur Prime and the regular Excalibur. I think you can make the. Well, that was probably stupid of me to do. Let's see what we got all here, huh? Did you guys notice too that the writing's not there anymore? Or is that just in my game? Yeah, Dante is absolutely an S tier frame, without question. We got this is like the Orican area. Got your spreadsheets. Oh yeah, I got my Zenistar out. I love this weapon. I know they nerfed it to the ground, but now I actually tried to see this. Oh yeah, he's right there. I mean, in this room in particular, um, you're hearing him a lot. Let me get my stuff. I'm a hoarder at heart, a looter. All right, room 2. Hmm. Got your coffee. The books I don't believe have any titles on them, but oh wait, I'm gonna use this footage at some point. Wow, fire extinguisher. Does that look like Tenno language? I don't think it does. There's your clock at midnight. Oh yeah, somebody did mention this that I never noticed this before. This is that arcane codicy artifact that we defended in the Umbra, or I mean the in the Chroma mission. No, I want to see the dialogue. I'll have to check that out. There's definitely not the code. Yeah, they might have missed a few things here. I mean, in this room, he's right there. Will that do anything? Oh, good call. Is that better? I guess I could maybe use the other one. Do I have that one? Is this like the lantern that we had on the Zerman? It would, but she's not quite as easy to solo the Netracell with as Dante. He's just the man. I mean, that's absolutely it. I've never noticed that before myself, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting. That is the Vagabond's mask. Well, what I'll probably end up doing is what I always do. I'll just go in solo, look for a mission that like exterminate or something like that, where there's not a time gated aspect to it. Mine. All right, next room. This is an interesting one too, if I'm not mistaken. So that's definitely some infestation from above, I would imagine, right? Got your Shawzen, Duviri. That is one big, big, big chip right there. He remembers the Shawzen. That's crazy, right? Oh, I can't do it now. That's a good idea, though. For the next mission, whenever we have some people to come in, maybe I'll. That's actually smart. So, what is this thing eating all these years, right? Not really sure what that is. Looks like the beginnings of some of the technology that the mirrors and stuff, maybe. See, these look like requiems. This one in particular does, but then other ones look different. It's true. Those things were awesome. I had one, and it looked exactly like that too, but exactly like that. The crazy thing is, though, that it seems like there's these requiems that we know, but then there's also requiems on here that we don't know. So why did Albrecht decide not to show those requiems? Does he not understand? Is that what was on the back of that other book? It's tough to say. This one's really hard to see. The crazy thing is, though, like, couldn't we just ask the Cavia to translate Void Tongue? Mine. Like, aren't we on that level with them yet? We can say, hey guys, like, can you? Obviously, you speak it. See, those don't look like requiems. Illyria's book. No, there's nothing in the microscope. Oh, I absolutely believe that the reason why the oh look, I didn't notice what's his name's gun there, Arthur's gun. Yeah, I think that the void and by extension the man on the wall is responsible for pretty much everything. If it's void related, like it's interesting to me that given that it seems as though people I believe are pretty much willing to accept that the man on the wall is like creation of the void, or the void itself in some way, that like they have problems considering that everything void related. I'm trying it. How do you, doesn't it only zoom in if you have something to scan? This is an interesting one too. Anybody wants to screenshot that for their own purposes? There's all kinds of good stuff there. Alt fire. No, I'm doing it. I'm pushing it in right now. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yeah. The problem with the Samara scanner is it's got all like the UI on it. The display is all kinds of goofiness everywhere. Oh, look, those, did that glow? Yeah, look. This is just random. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. Something else I never noticed. Plasma drill. I mean, it's definitely better for the like the view here. Oh, oh, nice. Okay, wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is the best one. Good call. I do not. Let's find out. We're gonna check the if it was registered to somebody in real life. I'm gonna have to use this stream now. This is gonna be a good one. Hmm. Very interesting indeed. Most of us have that in our orbit or in the orbiter, I would imagine. All right, calm down, buddy. We're just looking around. Apparently, he is not pleased with me being here right now. Let's just look at a few more things real quick now that we got. Is this one of the things the Archimedeans wear? Is that what this is? Well, that's the real question. Well, but you know, we might better actually see. No, it's scribbledies. Very cool though. Yeah, seriously. There's like, is this like the first V1 Scana? Oh, that's a good point. What if that is Margos's? That'd be crazy. Uh, You know what? I have one of these right there. It looks exactly like it too. I mean, it's got a lot of dust on it. Real quick, is there anything else you want to see? Coffee, the Orkin way. Is this the bitter tea maker? All right. It's just interesting to see what they chose to put in here, and it really does make you kind of question why. I mean, I'm sure they have a reason behind it. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. So it's weird. Like, it almost makes you ask the question, like, how exactly it seems like Albrecht's been keeping up on everything that's been going on. You know, there's little aspects of every place that we've been. Yet he's supposedly trapped in 1999. Just look more so just like normal decorate. Oh wait, there's a book behind. It's that same one. He keeps a lot of copies of this one in particular. Hmm. That's an interestingly shaped one. You can't really see much. You get to see that little ball though, the spinning ball at the bottom and the top of this area, which is I'm excited for the new update personally. Very excited for it. You didn't like that at all.
Not what I was hoping for.
So the reason why I don't have
Nice,
music on is
but still kind of
because
handy.
I feel like a lot of people never really get to see, or I mean, see, actually never get to hear all the creepy like work that's in the background here with the voices and the knocking and everything else because the music can drown that out. But like if you don't play with the music on, this place is horrifying. Just think this poor person lost their hands just so we could shut a door. Is there anything else anybody wanted to see in this room before we take off? Wait a second. What? Well, that doesn't. What? It's not like there. It's weird. I'm gonna have to check that out. Like soon as secret doors. If we find, if there's one around, we'll do it. A couple of them I know. I think there's one I haven't. I still haven't looked up to figure out. But most of them I have done. Okay. See, it's like it's almost they look like a mixture of requiems and like alchemical symbols. It's like I think you could even all right. So pon- consider this for just a second. What if Entrati Labs is exactly like the Unum? You know how so the Unum is essentially like a living, yeah. I mean, only because you see all like this, it's like tissue, organs pushing things. Oh, let's go back to that one area. I don't think all of them were alive like that because I don't think that like okay, so perfect example is the structure that we originally get our warframes in the awakening. That structure doesn't look alive in any way. It looks just like a regular building, if you will. The Unum, on the other hand, is very, very unique. This area is pretty cool too. You can see that Entrati like got some uh, environments. This is the Zariman, as well as this, I believe. The merging of like the biological with the void. Very creepy. Hello. Glad so many of you could join me today. Hope you're enjoying the stream. This place is fantastic, creepy, beautiful, and terrible all at the same time. Are you sure? I think some of this is if you look in especially in the Zariman with the areas that are greened up, that's what this looks like this. I'm not saying that Duviri isn't that too, but they do seem to be made of kind of the same thing. Oh, is it? That could be me. me just deal with this dude real quick. It's an interesting thought, romancing in Warframe, and I think one of the reasons why they maybe kind of stay away from it is because even though they're technically not kids in the traditional sense, I mean they're thousands of years old, but they are perceived as like preteens, or not preteens, but like teens, and like not necessarily like old teens, if you will, older. So I feel like Warframe, the reason why you may never see a romancing thing. Now, it could be different if like within the case of like Arthur and stuff like that with the proto frames or something like that. Maybe then. But I feel like in order to stay away from the let's say the controversy train, it's just a lot easier to keep it away from it. Because you're gonna have half the people are gonna absolutely love it, and half the people are absolutely going to hate it. It's like everything else. I'm gonna go back to that one area where the man on the wall was. Cold is so fun on this weapon. It's really giving me some stuff here, huh? Finally. Of course, like I said, the beauty part about it is when you have the cold, you can't do anything. They can't move. So it's great. No, not here. Let's see. This one, maybe? Because we have one of the good man wall heads here. Oh, hello. Um, Honestly, just looking around, seeing all the interesting things. It's just this particular tile set is just so detailed, and there's just so much to. I mean, if you like the lore, there's just so much to dig into. You could literally sit here for hours and hours, which is what I've done before, and here I am doing it again. I hope it's not or not entertaining to you guys. Um, that isn't the goal, but sometimes I just get off on a tangent here and start looking around and stuff. Hmm.
some conundrum, which I believe you will find quite engaging.
Samples over here, if you please.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I was muted, as a matter of fact. So, so who wants to join up? You sent a friend request? That's fine, job. Do you have the same name? I don't have a lot of. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing today? Do I? Do I have rewards? Okay. Well, let me just do this. Okay. Who else? Oh, I can't wait for the. Okay, I want you to come into my game if you're gonna play. I don't want to go into to yours. So send me a friend request or a mission or a message, and we'll get one more person in. Probably the easiest way to do it is just send me a message. You send a friend request. Why am I not getting my friend requests? Alrighty. Beautiful. Communications tab. All right. There's probably a ton of them in there, huh? I don't have a lot of friends. we'll have to check that out in a second. All right, we're good. So let us do. Oh, it's fine. No big deal. No big deal. I want to go and do an Armatus. And the reason why is because that seems to.
We hold the line. Your fish needs you.
Wait. Nice. All right. And
Eyes front, we begin.
I like to buy stuff every week, so we'll just do the bounty. Unless it's not there.
The
Awesome.
enemy does not sleep.
Oh, cool. Alrighty. I still want to do it. So here we go. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out as soon as I get done with the stream today. I want to see this. You all have me intrigued. So, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the Armatus is because you do see some interesting things here that seem to show up more frequently. Anybody want the, I was wondering about the secret rooms and whatnot. Here's one. So if you go down here,
Papa left some bad things behind. That book's one of them.
if anybody wants any of it. Yeah, we can do the book. What am I looking at? Looks biological. Let me check it out. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Like that, this is very, very reminiscent of, well, one, the vessels, but two, if you go through the Unum, especially if you've done the new war recently, like I just did, a lot of those. Yeah, look around. I'm not necessarily looking for like the A effort. This is more about just checking out the tile set, seeing what's up. But I'll give you some overguard too, you know, for your troubles. Oh, fast. All right. Does have a good bit of kick to it. Where is the book at? On my way.
Listen, it's not you. It's wearing your skin, but it's not you. Kill it.
Where is it? That we all look the same. There we go.
Find the burrow at Winter's Inn. Kill that.
That's pretty much what this is. You hear that? It's creepy, dude. Well,
I told you not to mess with it. I'm glad glad you're okay.
Wow. I'm really fast. It's hard to control. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. We're basically just checking out the room here, see what's up. Here, the walleye. Where's the walleye? Wait, is this the one with? Oh yeah, look, it's another thing. Another one of the little rooms. Yeah, I know. That's so they took the what was it, the I can't remember what the name of the one in Monster Hunter World was. Shara Ishvalda or something that it looks at you. And we go, yeah, I like this. This is great. Oh, we on Still Path? Cool. Gotta get this guy first. Very nice. Oh, this is so much easier than normal. Where did angst go? Oh, yeah. This is a cool room. Right here. This is another one of these like really weird arterial type rooms. And then at the very top, it's here. It followed me. Get it? I feel like it's almost like did you ever see Ghostbusters? Whenever the Slimer went after, what's his name? Anybody know this person was up here? Oh, it's hard to keep. She doesn't like me to be on her chest like that, which I can understand. Um, for people that want to directly ask me a question, right? Put it to my uh, handle there, would you please? That way I can see those specifically. I feel bad. I'm sure I'm missing stuff in the chat right now. Oh yeah, this one has a heartbeat. Absolutely. Yeah. See, like again, it's weird as to this one also. If I'm not mistaken, it's hard to really tell, but I think she has eyes too. Like her eyes aren't whited out. Yeah, I kind of wish I should have got titania, huh? It's just really odd, like continually combing over her chest like that. I'll take 6 vessel capillaries. Let me grab this loot from Angst real quick. I'll be right back, everybody. Sorry, I'm slave to the loot. And I need this stuff in particular.
Eyes and ears open. The system thinks you're hostile and will do everything in its power to destroy
I
you
know.
to thwart you.
It's a good question. But I think the thing behind it is it's not so much that he was trying to make different genders, more so that the test subjects that he was given, if you will, Arthur and Ailey were basically that's what they were, and that's what he used. I'm curious to see where they're going to go with the whole proto frame if it's going to be like something that we've never even heard of before, or just um, more so like a stage where they all are going to eventually end up, if you will. Well, that's so the question that we still have to ask is were they grown? Were they cloned? Or are they just a different variation within this reality? The only reason why I asked that the last question is because of what happens in Whispers in the Walls, in that the vessels seem to have a direct tie to one another, like to their host, if you will. The reason why I think we were able to,
As a museum curator, I do know
you know,
this. When nothing
merge
else
into the
works,
vessel and then merge at the
glass
same time
will
into
cut you.
Arthur in a different dimension. Almost like, is it possible that every single variation of us, right? Which the Tenno have already had all theirs destroyed, it looked like in the New War. But like for normal people, is every single variation of them have like a tie? Uh, oh, what's down here? There's all kinds of little goofiness here too that you have to ask, like what, I don't know. The major question I think that still remains is who built this place? Was it like somebody said, was it manifested or was it actually constructed? And I gotta say, I find it very hard to believe that it was constructed. It just feels very much to me like a place that was wished, in the same breath as what the Drifter did with Duviri. It was just created. Oh, I hear I hear loot. This is the most disjointed Armatus session ever. What's crazy is it's in Steel Path, and it really we've gotten to be that powerful that you can just screw around, and that's that.
Explosive necromech coming for that conduit. Put it down.
Okie dokie. Oh wait,
Marking a nearby Grosling. They always have duplicates. And probably half my library.
nice, very nice. Just breezing through. I see what you might have wished. It's possible. I mean, the Orkin are pretty crazy. They do have some amazing capabilities. It's really a who came what came first, the chicken or the egg thing. You know, when you think about it, like did if was Wally the the um the beginning of all the like the significant tech just from the void itself, almost like just manifesting new technology from quote unquote magic. I mean, bro, you're dead. Come on. Or were the Orcan already extremely well versed in technology or technologically savvy, and then the Void came along and just added to the fun. I I don't know. I mean, I definitely think the Orcan are a glaring example of um, what happens when you have great power and don't use it responsibly. See, I think continuity is actually void technology because of the need for Kuva. What? Let me see. This is fun. Mm, it doesn't look like it's got a barrel that shoots something unless it's electrical energy. That being said, like you could see it being like a deterrent, maybe? Yeah, possibly. Like if something were to walk through there that it would, hey, not you. Not saying that's the case, but absolutely I could see it being a possibility. All right, I guess that was way far away.
That's all of them. Stand by for more conduits.
Albert spawn camping. That's just creepy. Yeah, I mean, and I do apologize that it's hard to like lock anything down, but a lot of Warframe's lore is just like that, unfortunately. Very, very, very little is what I would say, you know, definitive. Most everything is just subjective in one way or another. Anything good over there? I can't really see anything here, unfortunately. There is one where you can kind of see. So, I don't know if anybody else noticed this. I'm sure you have, but in the very beginning, when we um, first come down to Entrati Labs, there's like this. It looks like it like a ball, like a spinning, like a drop almost that opens up the portal, and that's like our first like jaunt into Entrati Labs. But it looks, especially with all the imagery on it and whatnot, it looks eerily similar to. It kind of looks like this thing, right? But it looks like there's like this circular thing at the bottom of Entrati Labs on the, I guess you want to say the Entrati side, not the man on the wall side. Yeah. So my question though is was the void when people say that they knew of it, was the void like kind of like how we envision dark matter? Like people know of dark matter and dark energy or the concept behind it, right? But nobody knows definitively like what it is, or it's more of a theory. And I wonder if the void wasn't before, like Albrecht, wasn't more of a theoretical thing. Oh crap, I thought I was going after the My crew here is quite competent, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I just don't know 100% how much the Orkin utilized void technology until Albrecht's breakthroughs. I guess that's the question. Let me come and get ya. Did any of you guys get the there's like a special run of the Stalker's acolytes where like a bunch of them show up? I just had that happen for the first time. I don't think I've ever had it occur in my entire time playing Warframe until just recently. Like we fought like 4 or 5 of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them. Yes, like multiple acolytes. Yep, it was like it said the shadow of angst and the shadow of whatever, and it was weird. It was unlike anything I ever experienced. Yeah, the shadows. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, if you could explain that in chat, that would be cool. Hello, hello. Oh, is that what that is? All right, that was crazy. I've never had that. I've only had that happen to me one time. So that's weird because that would mean like I've only seen that one acolyte. Unless we just killed it quick enough? Yeah, seriously. I didn't know that that was the case. Very cool, though. Very unexpected, too, which I thought was the best part about it. No, I know that would have been that would have been fantastic. Like I said, I've only seen it one time. All right, come on, give me mine, Carnan. There we go. Just in time for him to be dead. See, this is nice too, because then we can all get our Riven transmuters out of this. If you haven't done it yet. I'm trying to think what the last acolyte that I had like a ton of difficulty with. And again, that last one there, I didn't even show up for half of it, so maybe that'd have been the one. This is like the best Armatus mission I've ever done. La 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 la. Every Warframe strong. You just have to know how to use them correctly. That's just how it is. I mean, even the worst Warframe, if you know how to use a Warframe, is devastating. Anything up here? I mean, I still hold that opinion for every Warframe. I don't care who it is. When I look at it in kind of the same breath as, and I don't know how people are gonna take this comparison, but it's very similar to like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. There are base characters that are absolutely like easier to use or stronger to use, right? But if you learn how to use any character, you can be godlike. Wait. Let me get him. Let me help too. Well, yeah, I just killed him. Where? Oh no, I don't know where he's at. This way. I like Johnny Cage. I must tell you, I'm more of a Street Fighter person myself. That's just me. I think it's just because I grew up. That was like the first fighting game that I played. I'm not saying I don't like Mortal Kombat. I own a couple of them myself. But at the same time, no, I'm just hanging out. You guys are doing all the work. I appreciate it too. It's nice. But at the same time, I can definitely appreciate Mortal Kombat. But it's in the same breath. There's characters in both those games that are just, to some people, are just, oh, this is the worst. These guys are just terrible. They can't do anything right. And then you'll find somebody who knows what they're doing, and that's it. Bruce Lee.
Albrecht, Grasling in your area.
All right, after this round, we're gonna probably pull out of the mission because there is a few things I definitely want to go over yet. I'm not sure. Can people? You can't do Captura with more than one person, can you? I don't think you can. Well, worst case scenario, we can always just get the group back together.
Legacy security protocols dictate that a necromech must now demolish the conduit. Do not
All right,
allow
this is
that to transpire.
this is going to be my one helping. And that's up. Oh, cool. All right, cool. That'll be even better then. All right, I'm headed to the end here.
Did exceed the agreed upon sum by several times. Something any student of history could tell you.
Thank you, everybody.
Such is the
Appreciate you
value
just
of history.
being so helpful in
In
this
all
mission,
your
making
years,
it nice and
never
simple.
learned this.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely th- okay, I'll check that out. There's definitely a continuity or a void aspect to the to continuity, without question, and it's the reason why it's so strong. And the continuity was typically done on the moon because the moon has a specific uh, affinity towards the void. That's a pretty nice run right there. All right, now this is cool. I've never been able to actually do uh, Captura with other people. First things first. Oh, you know what? I also have to do one other thing. All right, first things first. Yes. All the arcanes. I'm excited about everything that's coming in this whole thing. It's gonna be great. It's very nice. You know, we got a big thing. I like to think we got like basically like three meaty pieces of half decent content in the past 6 7 months, right? With this one. All right. So first things first. He still has his eyes. Oh yeah. Sorry. Okay. Well, just a little bit too far on it. Sorry. We'll get it. Let me just go up a little bit. All right. So if you would check out right around the ears, where the ears would be, I guess. Let's see. Can I? Okay, that's a good view right there. So if you look like where the ears would be, technically, you can see that there is a shadow kind of on the inside, basically showing that this isn't like a projection of a shadow. There's something here. Like this is real. This is him. And he's huge, by the way. I mean, look at the size of the man in the wall, and then look at the size of the vessel. Am I off on this, or does it appear like the man in the wall is just like 5 times bigger than the vessel? He might be bigger than uh, Pergasa. Now, Andrew, where does it say that with you? Um, where does it say that that they were using the void for all that time? I don't know if there's any necessarily any hard thing that says that the technology that the Oracle had was void related. More so that it was just very very advanced technology. Yeah, I guess you know what Prograssa should be a little bit bigger than the man on the wall. Again, it's tough to say though. It's really difficult. Something else I wanted to show on this one. I'm sure you guys have all noticed this, but like you notice the structure behind this particular one. In my video I did on this particular area, I postulated that this vessel, I think, was always for the man on the wall. I don't think this was meant for the Tenno or anything else. I believe this was his thing, and I believe this is where Albrecht would sit to talk to him, essentially meeting his demon. And when during the oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. And during the Whispers in the Wall quest, um, around the circle, this is actually like a summoning circle, and you can see requiems all around here that aren't there now. Well, that's possible too. That's a good point with in regards to the Man in the Wall. Like, the Man in the Wall might be able to be as big as he wants to. I'm sorry. Doesn't it also look like there's like maybe even some some kind of symbology there? Yeah, that's a good point. Or that maybe it's a protection circle. That's another thing. But regardless, it was whenever it's most likely whenever it was he was trying to communicate, which is the most likely reason why the chair is sitting right in front of it. Mm. Let's go look at something else that people brought up a couple times. I think we have one in here. The eye. So people postulate that the eye is looking at the camera. What do you think? Oh, let's see if it follows someone else. Oh, you know what? I bet it follows everybody. It's like the eye was probably following them right now. Oh yeah. And I think one thing to consider when you're talking about the lidless eye too is the way that the man in the wall looks at us. He has no eyes, technically. Whenever he's in his weird form, I guess you want to call it. Another eye. You know what else I find is interesting? This area, for as like weird and strange it is, does appear to have a ceiling. No floor, but a ceiling. I mean, are we on the back end of Deimos? Like, is that supposed to be space? Because it really doesn't look like space. Has a lot of the same. swirly, do very like characteristics to it, especially in the walls. That's one thing. Another thing to I would ache in the walls to very much like looking almost like shells, like beach sand, that type of thing. There you go. That's true. It could be an inversion of reality. I wonder if that is the reason why they do it. Like like it's like the mirror, literally mirror end. That would be very cool. Makes you wonder too, like why what is all this stuff necessary, like all the little cuts and whatnot, because it doesn't look like some of this stuff is necessarily like required for it to the skin to move correctly or anything else. Like, is there a reason why all this stuff's here, and the fact that there looks like there's the all-seeing eye at the very top of his brain type deal? Limestone, nice, yes. Very, very creepy. I'm not sure. I think that's really what we got in here. Again, it's also strange, like the void taking back some of this stuff, as it's been said, right? It just takes things back in such an odd manner. Almost like this stuff here, almost instead of it appearing like the void is taking it back, it almost looks like this was never finished. Only because it's got like Orkin sections like right in the center of all the like limestone-ish imagery. And it makes me wonder if Albrecht's laboratories weren't actually completely finished. I mean, look at that thing. What are we even looking at here? It's like a pyramid. Is it not? I am not familiar with a Vosper in the in I guess what you would say like it's whatever connotations it has. If you wouldn't if you'd be willing to explain that, that'd be great, Joshua. I'm sure the chat would love that. I would. Oh, like the Voca too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Yes, yes, yes. And also, I guess makes you wonder, like, should we even be here? Is Albert playing with stuff that he just has absolutely no idea about? Because I mean, he's like that. He throws caution to the wind pretty much as frequently as he can. Oh yeah, we'll have to farm our own vessel parts. Hmm. All right, let's head to a different one. So you're saying that the arcanes and the Bosphor is basically no different from.
I would speak with you.
Oh, I lost everybody. Darn it. Okay. Apologize for that. I mean, okay, so are we contemplating that literally everything is made of Vosper? Glad to see you're back. Appreciate you. All right. You know what I keep forgetting to do? I should just. No, it's not here. I will tell you that there's another quality of life thing that I just realized is available when you're in your orbiter or whatever. You can just fast like you can. It's like there's a quick menu for everything. Oh my god, so great, it's so great, it's so great. It's one of the best quality of life changes there is. Period. All right, where did I want to go next? I could go to the sanctum. Is this the place? I know. I heard that too. And actually, what's funny is I have to see what that emote is. I saw that Pablo actually tweeted something just recently about it. And I was just like, yeah, I just figured that this thing was a real thing. Do I have Circulus? You mean the Captura? I think I do. We can go there. All right, this is another handy spot, if you will. Very handy. Fingers everywhere. Does anybody else do this stuff like on their own? Does anybody in the chat or anybody just sit there and look around the tile sets? Like the amount of detail DE goes into with some of these places is just absolutely magnificent. It really is. Let's see, be able to see Wally again here in a second. There he is, always down there. I mean, this is what it's all about. And it's nice because so here's what I think a lot of people might enjoy. Ready? Normally you can't do this, right? But now, if you're on stream, or I mean, if you're in chat right now and you're watching, you can look at all this stuff and play Warframe at the same time. It's a win-win. I used to play in groups more frequently, but I always felt bad because I would stop and I'd be looking at things and recording things, and then they'd be waiting at the at the end for me, and oh, yeah, I think we all do. It's actually crazy that they put like a limit on the number of arcanes that people can get. That people must have been going hard. I mean hard. I got a lot of arcanes and I played a fair bit, but like I didn't burn myself out in any way, shape, or form. Dude, this place is just, it's absolutely, it's so creepy. And I just love it so much. I mean, you're not alone. Apparently, there was where's the mouth? You're not alone. A lot of people did that. That like it was like this is my chance to get those arcanes, and I'm going for it. And they dug in deep. It was all Warframe all the time. Yeah, they do kind of a little bit, huh? Those are teeth. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So I'm not the only one who's dreamed Warframe, like playing Warframe. Yeah. Do you think the finger imagery is meant to taunt Albrecht? Do you think that's the whole goal? Yeah, that would be actually being in Warframe for real. That would be a great dream. That'd be super fun. Yeah, that's great. So we all have the same problems. I don't feel so bad. That's nice. Appreciate you all. I mean, this place is it's nuts. It is it's every bit as terrifying as the Zerman whenever you just take the whole thing. Kind of infested too. Yeah. Yeah, this world is not meant for the normal person in any way, shape, or form. I wonder why that one block in the middle of his head keeps moving. You know what I'm saying? Where at? Oh, oh, yeah, when the where the sand kind of goes upward instead of down. Yes, yes. But again, it makes me where are we? Gravity is just all kinds of messed up here. Maybe we're the ones defying gravity, and it's just normal there. Yeah, this place is just so awesome. That's awesome. I'd like to see a plague doctor Warframe. Oh yeah, he'd like it here. All right. Um. So wait, how do you leave with everybody? All right, I'll just invite you all back again. Ah.
Come on.
Does anybody else
Let's see
think
if
it
we
was
can
weird that
check if this mess can still work.
it feels like Destiny might have tried to steal a couple um ideas from Warframe. Did anybody see the trailer for the new thing and saw the hands everywhere? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Oh yeah, what about well, that's true. That's true. Okay, we did kind of take K drives from them. So I guess it's all right. It's fine. Sort of. I won't say exactly that. No, personally, I mean it's probably a smart call. I mean, Warframe has some really good narrative ideas right now. If you can kind of take a little, a little bit off the top there, everybody's looking fabulous, and make it your own, why not? Right? I remember a time whenever like Warframe and Destiny like were the devs and stuff were kind of communicating a lot. I mean, I don't think there was ever a chance of like what I would call a collaboration. Oh, that was a nice looking mesa. Mm, me and Mirage. But at the same time, like yeah, that Mirage was pretty sick. Where'd she at? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know much about. I've played Deep Rock, Deep Rock Galactic a little bit, but well, I mean, if I guess if you want to get on that path, I mean, um, Duviri is essentially any
Here, if you please.
what do you call it? What are those types of games called? Where it's a roguelite. I mean, that's what it is. Still fun though. Super fun, in fact. Oh, somebody said they wanted to go to. Let me see if I have the circulus. I think I do, but I'm not 100% certain. Did I pass it? Or did I not get it yet? I gotta get a bunch of these, man. Maybe I did get it yet. I've only recently started like utilizing Captura in my videos. Like that's something I never utilized in the beginning, so I didn't really feel a need to get any of this stuff. But now I gotta go grind for it all. Nope, I don't have it. Where am I gonna get it from? Oh, you know what though? Everybody come with me. Come with me. Here's what I'll do. I can go to. If I lose you guys, I'll just do what you said with the whole invite only. Hopefully that'll keep it together. Yes, let me. Yes. Yes. Why are you not allowing this to happen? looks like I got inundated and the game doesn't want to let me do it for some reason. I will accept all your friend requests. Um, Warframe's giving me some problems, so I won't lie. All right, let's see if that works. So now I put it on invitation only. Uh-oh. Nice. So you're saying that'll keep the group together now? Is that true? I know Soren, right? Is that what his name is, or yeah, I gotta get it from Yonta, right? Let's go to the chrysalith. Gonna go to 69. Recent players in communication. Okay. Remember, I usually play solo, so
You've seen things in the deep void too, haven't you? Lashing like dragons and bellowing like giants.
129. I should be able to.
I suppose you could always come back when you have something.
Oh, you need Thraxplasm for this? I thought I had. Well, I'm gonna have to farm that, guys. I apologize.
My
You mean the
patience
ship?
is
The new
almost
ship?
endless.
No, you be quiet. Then give it to me for void plumes instead of having me go and get you this Thrax garbage. Alrighty. All right. Well, I got to get that one. I'm gonna have to grind for that. Unfortunately, there is one more thing I do want to check out because I said I was going to do it in the beginning. Because I did promise everybody to do this. As I find where the sanctum anatomica is. We're going to head to, I want to check this place out real quick. Ah, yes. Bunch of interesting things here. One, it's interesting that we were able to even move, given that all this stuff is all over the place. Um, this, if anybody remembers, like the last scene in the quest where this like kind of happened, a lot of this sand just kind of came from nowhere, or from somebody in particular. But now, like I was saying before, you can't. This is about as high as you can go. So unfortunately, that's the best view that I can get, that I've been able to get of this particular effigy. What is cool though is this, whatever's behind him. It's like a electronic cradle of some sort. Oh yeah, it's down there. Right there. I feel bad for the person who's like trying to ring us. So this was this like ball thing that I was referring to. If you look straight down, it's really hard to see, but you can see it's got the same like little can I use my thing here? See that? What is it? Yeah, that's what I was kind of curious. Is that the thing that, like I said in the very beginning of the Whispers in the Walls, is this it like spins around and then drops down? This looks like Borderlands-ish. You certainly can. That's freaky. I don't know if I like that at all. Right up his nose. Oh, Philosopher's Stone. I like that. I mean, we already have the Rubido. That's pretty nuts, huh? This is actually a little creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what this very much reminds me of? Like, have you ever seen The Matrix? That wall where the humans are being grown. Man, it looks exactly like that. If you ask me, right? Are those windows? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's all kinds of Matrix stuff in Warframe. Tons of it. Tons of it. In fact, I've said it in the last stream. My character is based upon the whole. Why I don't like give him hair is because I look at it as like he's the whole podborn Warframe thing. That to me, I think, is a very apt correlation. Oh, you know what else? Wait a second here. Hold on. We'll get it. There's all kinds of good stuff on here, right? I can't do it the same way with the free camera. I can't use this thing. It's camera's calling even in the void. Well, if anybody wanted to get a good screenshot of it, I'd say that's a fairly good one, right? I can't remember who, because I spend my plat a lot. I can't remember who told me about the laser or in the zoom on it, but thank you so much. This has just like opened up a whole new realm of things that we can look at now. I mean, that is a serious zoom. It only goes so far though. I'll show you. Like that's as high as I can go with the wait. Let me get out of there. See, I'm in free cam now, but this is as high as I can actually get it to go. It just keeps going like backwards. This area is really weird with the free cam. Oh wait, there's a really good. Let's see if I can't turn. Looks like it doesn't want to let me do that the other way. So I could see it. Yeah, you can, but it only goes so far. See, like that's I'm in free cam right now, and it's like you can only. Yeah, I saw that too. There was a quick patch where like you came out here and for whatever reason it wasn't ringing anymore. Then it started up right again. I actually almost stupidly put something on Twitter. Hey, did you guys change something? I can't hear the thing. And then like a day later, everybody could hear it again with Captura settings, but you can't get any closer. Decrease field of view. I suppose I could do that. I don't know if it. Don't you think it's gonna get to the point where it's almost like the resolution's gonna start to. Wow, it's like it's creepily close. It's horribly, disgustingly, like scarily close. Well, we know that Albrecht has at least one or two. It looks like one from the Vitruvian version, but then when you look at the requiems, he talks about the severed digits on the floor. So digits typically means more than one. Let's head to the side of the office. Act as Andrew. It's like because the obvious malicious. Oh, okay. Here we go. Space warp tech. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very possible. I'm using titanium right now. Yeah. Again, there's something that if anybody, if you get a chance to pull it up, we obviously can't show it right here, but in the very beginning of Whispers of the Walls, it looks that thing looks eerily similar. Hold on, I'm full at the moment. Sorry. So I think I lost my train of thought. Oh, so there's multiple variations. Now we do know that the things that are in our ship and whatnot, those are copies. Cavallero tells us that. They're not like it's not like there's a bunch of fingers that were cut off from different entities. It's there's one or two that are that would be somebody's. It could be Lloyd or Albrecht or an unknown character. We're still not sure. Dude, yeah, I will say that's the one problem with console. It just making chat messages during a mission is just it's unbearable. And there's this little thing that you can actually like hook on to your controller that gives you a full like QWERTY keyboard, but it is not really great, and it's not really responsive, so it doesn't really work fantastic at all.
Speak with you.
Did anybody else? So here's a question for you all in the chat. Did everybody change their cavia to the colors that they said that they were, or did you guys give them your own colors?
Bird 3. What I wouldn't give for some of that optimism.
Okay. Yeah, I went with whatever colors they said too as well. I thought that was the way to go. Oh, that's nice. Actually, that's probably even more lore accurate. If you go to below the cliff with the phone with the free cam, you can get out of bounds. I'm certainly willing to try. No, I didn't. What wall specifically? You like the one that we're like walking down? I can't get on it. See, that'll be another thing I'll have to look into. Let's see how far down we can go here. Anybody here? Oh, okay. I think I went. Okay, I now this feels weird. Uh, uh, console discount? You mean like on a game or the actual console itself? Well, I was gonna look at what that was, but then it took me here. I'm trying to keep my eye on one little area just so I can get a sense of if I'm actually moving down or not. It's above the cliff. Yeah, this is really messed up. Oh, okay. On that. Let's see. Uh, it all depends on what skins you have and don't have, because I really feel like those are the best value. Wow. Let's see if we can go behind. Okie dokie. Let's just see how far this goes, because we might be able to see the back end of Entrati's labs, maybe? Maybe? I'm going literally as fast as it will let me. Like, this is the normal speed, amazingly enough, and this is the fast speed. uh, but, so it looks like if I go any further, wait, I might be able to. Oh, look at. Uh, that's a pretty good view. Seriously, right? Oh, look, you get a pretty good view of our vessel's bum. Oh no. No, I went to hit the wrong. Oh, now I gotta go all the way down again. this the place that it happened? That's a really good question. Again, that's why I keep saying that it seems like this is more manifested. It's pretty creepy looking. Okay, now we're back into this again. Wow. Arthur gets some pants. It's so ultra creepy down here. I can barely handle it. The big stone. I, I mean, let's be real. Going down here, oh man, there's some really creepy noises too. Going down here is only going to probably offer us more questions. Oh, don't worry about it. I apologize for everybody that's in the mission here with me. I know I'm kind of going off ugh, off script. Uh, let's just keep going down. What happens? Well, I mean, again, it kind of goes in the same breath of like, is it possible that Entrati did the exact same thing that the Drifter did, and like created through the use of the void and his emotional state, created his own world? Well, you really can just keep going, can't you? It's over this way. Let's say you can make a case for either one of those. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Dude, it's so creepy, man. It's so creepy creeps. Oh, I apologize. I'm trying to make it so that the stream isn't like completely audio poppy and whatnot. I'm hoping I was able to achieve that in some way. Oh yeah, yeah. We got a real nice view of the glowing orb. Well, if you look, it looks fairly similar to this. There's like an orb on the top too, almost like those two orbs. I think was that Andrew. Did you say that? Somebody said that it's almost like those two things, man, like keep this reality open. Whoa. Okay, we're definitely getting there. All right. I don't know that we're gonna be able to see anything more down here. It looks like we're getting into mostly just space that the man on the wall forgot to create, I guess. Fill in the man in the DE, the people in the DE. And there's a really good look at that. Oh, we might have to use that for a screenshot at some point too. I'll try that. Hold on. Let me try. I'm going to try going back. Oh, chat, give me 1 second. Sorry, I just heard something. Apologize. I'm back. First, I heard something, and then I was up, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use the bathroom real quick. So I apologize. Just reading a couple of these things in chat. Uh, Good morning, afternoon, or evening to all the people here who are joining us. I do appreciate it. Stream has been mostly about just checking out all the different places within Entradi's really, really messed up um, laboratories. And they really are. Anybody wondering if there is an eye here? Oh, yeah. And I mean, I guess you could say, in the grand scheme of things, that this proves that the eye follows the camera and not the Warframe. Oh, really? I will check that out right now.
Samples over here, if you please.
There is. Wait, what? Did you all hear that? It's crazy. What? Good catch. Yeah. I mean, I can't. I want to say it's coming from there. It's definitely sounds like snoring. It's there's I just that's the thing. I can't tell where it's coming from. If it's from the coffin or if it's coming from I don't know where it's coming from. It's creepy, but there's definitely snoring going on. And it clearly can't be either one of these vessels because their faces are not moving. Is that what it's coming from? Our vessel? I'm not sure about that because I can't hear it. Come up here. You would think you'd be able to, if it was from our vessel, you'd think you'd be able to hear breathing from right here, the top of his nose, right? What do you think he thinks about this right now? Like that's what I'm saying. Like if he was breathing, then wouldn't you think that we'd be able to hear it out of his mouth, or do you think that's just like they kind of missed the mark on the where the sound design's coming from? I mean, because I feel like it's important, and it's definitely not from this one. I mean, you can just hear the again. It's strange. I don't know if like in the sound design aspect, it's just a little bit off on where the origination of it's from because it could be supposed to be from this area, or it could very well supposed to be from this area, or it could be like a third entity down at the bottom here. That I don't know. That's weird. I that is a very cool catch, though. I will say.
We've had a few setbacks.
I know you're gonna go crack
Are
on.
going to crack on.
I get it. I mean, it almost feels like it is coming from the vessel, but like not where it should be coming from. I mean, that's some pretty deep breathing if it's Lloyd, don't you think? I mean, it's absolutely snoring. Where it's coming from is odd. Like I said, it actually does appear like it's coming from this entity, from our vessel, but it's strange that it's coming from like his way more his chest than anywhere close to his mouth. That could be it. What's even creepier is okay. So let's just assume that this vessel is the one that's snoring, right? Why does it not have a heartbeat? And then like the other ones have such pronounced heartbeats. And I agree with that. I do, but would that turn their heart off though? But not everything else?
I'm glad to
Hi,
be
Bird 3.
here, but Mr. Lloyd wants to be somewhere else. Where I am, he wants to go from. But when I was where I was, I think this is where I wanted to get to. Well, maybe everyone's here is a there someone else wants. Maybe everyone's there is a here someone wants to leave. Maybe that's what all those voices are murmuring about all the time.
That was some actually really good dialogue. See, I can't hear heartbeat. I hear a snorry. And then you come over here. That's possible too, yeah. Maybe the helmet transformation did something. Still very curious to know why the vessels look so much like people from Duviri. I suppose you could make the claim that the reason why they look like that is that Albrecht already had what he would consider to be a template in the characters that Illyria had already created and just decided, okay, then fine, they'll look like that. I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be like the craziest thing after all this is done, right? That like Ballas was right and that we were like demons essentially. And that like we just haven't come to that point in our development yet where we overthrow. I bet you there'd be quite a few Tenno who would be totally okay with taking everything over. Potentially. Well, so if I'm not mistaken, actually, I think the characters in Duviri are based upon the characters that Euliria created in her book, right? The book that was utilized for a method of emotional control. But it's just like what I'm saying. It's interesting that like whereas the Tenno used it, I wonder if Albrecht didn't do a similar thing. I mean, it is very strange that the world and the people that the Tenno created, at least the people, look so similar to those in the world that Albrecht created. Go to Robot Lloyd, look at the walls. Okay, okay.
Well-oiled machine.
Oh, you mean
Easy to do
upstairs?
nothing of beauty.
Or I guess he's not here right now, is he? Huh? Okay. We have to go into the actual thing to do it. And you know what else? That's something else. I'm not sure. I'm going to take everybody with me again. We're going to go to the real. Was everybody going to come with? Sean, I think you actually might be onto something on that. It's something I'm going to have to continue to work with this new mic. But yeah, I do believe that is the actual problem that I just have to try to get ironed out. Unfortunately, that is not one of my best skills. um, we need to leave. No, and that's something I'm going to have to look into because I wasn't even aware that that was something that let's put it this way, in all my other streaming and stuff, I've never really had to do that before, so it's something I'll have to just kind of address now. I know, and I don't want that. That's my voice is my moneymaker. I mean, come on, right? Why can't I accept this friend request? It's like it'll just do one. That's it. Just one at a time. I will get to them all. I wanted to. Oh my goodness, the field of view is so weird now. I forgot to turn it back. I'll invite all you whenever we get here.
There you are. I would speak with you.
Oh, dude, it's just so strange. Did I get everybody? I believe I got everybody. Okay, let's check this out. All right, guys, I got to do this. It's killing me. The field of view is it's just not workable. Oh, there goes the dog. All right, let's check it out. See, I um maybe there's something in my settings that I changed or something. Is anybody else having it so that like all of um the writing on the wall and stuff doesn't show up anymore? You can. I wonder what thing do I not have on? I wonder which. Does anybody know what setting that might be under? And I can just turn it on. I tried to turn most of this stuff off just so it'll be a little bit better experience, if you will. Hey, Dark Shotgun, how are you? Not too bad, not too bad. As soon as I figure out how I can get all the neat stuff on the walls back, then I'll be even better. Hmm. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Yay. All right. So someone was saying that the story can kind of be told is told right here. I get some things you can see eternalism. It's the one with the world, and it looks like it's this one. This is definitely branching timelines. I know there's a bunch of alchemical symbols here as well. This is one of the eyes, obviously, that I'm on Xbox. Um, oh, behind Lloyd. Okay.
One must make the best of things.
Oh, the other Lloyd. That's right. You said the other Lloyd. The other Lloyd. The mechanical Lloyd. Are you just talking about the Requiem things? Is that maybe I. Yeah, it looks like something else entirely to me too. At first, I had to. Are we talking about these? Hey, guys. No, no, Al isn't very good at drawing. You can see it's the scribbles of a madman, without question. The yellow walls. These ones, yeah, they're the requiems. Oh yeah, these were well. I mean, these were here before. Uh, just they looked a lot different.
Zata. Truth. It began long before us. We who now live our perfect and dull, endless lives. It began long before these moon palaces and body markets hurling around our golden sun. It began long before our light coil thinkers, our radiation wars, our oil, smoke.
Oh yeah.
It began with us, the continuity and its twin, wanderlust. The need for unseen shores deep in our marrow.
Albrecht's
No
voice is
judge,
amazing.
jester, queen, or king can escape this old blood. We are nomads, eternal. And when no ocean, mountain, or sky could contain us, our gaze hungered starward. Afar, they mocked us with their brittle light, winking and jeering like dangling iotons, forever out of reach, illuminating the truth. Immortal as we are, we die with the sun. That's where I come in.
There's some parts of Void Tongue I think we can. I really do think Mara means void. Or is it child? Wait. Yeah, no, child. I think Mara means child or kid or something. Loke obviously means the void, and I really do think that that's what the man on the wall is saying something to us at the end there, especially, because of the question mark. Kuva and continuity predating void technology. What do you mean? Well, okay, so this first thing that we see here from Albrecht, this is he's kind of saying it in
Zata,
in
truth.
um
It began
in
long
hindsight.
before us.
He's not necessarily saying that the kuva and the continuity and everything came beforehand. He's saying that essentially, like, this is where we are at now, and but it all began with me. That's where I came in. That's how I understood that passage. And it's true because at the end of the day, like, there was no void travel before him. And they do call Albrecht the father of void technology. So if you really, I mean, his monikers do kind of lend themselves to saying that he is the beginning of, if nothing else, significant void technology. But that's not to say that the Orokin themselves didn't have technology beforehand. And in fact, they had wondrous technology. We found out that in the Albrecht's notes, when he originally went into the void, his face got all like just completely like dissolved. But using the techniques that the Orkin already had, he was able to heal his face back together for the most part. So, do I think that Albrecht is the father of? No, 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 no. He didn't. No, that was if you. That's on the last one. So it's here. Let's see if we can get to. I think this is the one.
Netra, decay. Time to us is all but conquered. Our sacred
See,
kuva
he's
moves
saying
us
this
on
in
to
the
new
now.
skin. We numb to our daily, yearly trifles, and remedy those memories that bring lasting misery. With all our misdeeds, our excess, our indignity, we are haunted by nothing. But not for me, for with each passing day, there grew within a tumorous idea. It was minute in those early days, the pale reaching digits
Or if
slivered on
nothing
the
else,
floor,
that
studied with
the
reverence,
void could be
with greed.
utilized in the way that
And it
he
swelled
opened up.
larger in the latter days. The regal domes, the rail dedications, the unholy Zariman parade. I had put the stars within reach,
See, that's what he's
but at
saying.
what cost?
He did all of
I never
that.
spoke of him, that man, trapped in the wall. And while there have been countless souls who have followed me through with their light skippers and field wave skins and vari-eyed instruments,
And
not
he's
a
saying
single one ever
here,
saw him.
tons of people have been done this after
And
me,
so it is that I will
but
not
he was the
take
first.
Kuva now, or ever again. This is the last skin
And
I
what he's
think.
saying here,
Because of this idea, that I cannot be
hold
sure,
on.
that in all that smoked commotion, in all that panic and fear, in that bending light and blinding dark, was it I who escaped? Or the other?
So, and what he's saying there is that he's not saying that he's never taken Kuva. What he is saying is that after all of this, as time passed, as things occurred, and he started to like as the rest of the Orcan continued on with their lives and started, they were able to go here and do this, and they were using all this void technology and everything, and he was too. He could never get the thought that this other entity potentially came through instead of him. So because of that, now that he's come to that realization, well, now that he has is like trying to face that reality, he's not going to do anything ever again. Basically, that's it. It's done. He's decided at this particular point that he's essentially going to try to face off against the man on the wall. That being said, it just seems like his plan is kind of dumb. That's me. And I mean, he definitely comes completely out and says what his plan is. He wants titanic warframes to battle on a crazy scale. That's what he wants. But as I showed there, now again, we could find later that maybe it's just DE wanting to like make it look cool or whatever. But it really does appear like the vessels are tiny. Not tiny, but not on the same level as the man on the wall size wise. Whenever Albrecht talks about, rebuilding and starting everything up, do the vessels still have growing to do? Maybe. Yeah, and he accepted his life for what it is. He is not going to go any further without rectifying the wrong that he feels like he's done in introducing Wally to the world. The problem here is that Albrecht has also decided at the same time that in the same passage, mind you, that he does not care what happens in the process. He doesn't care about the petty lives of others now. Collateral damage is completely on the table. And whatever happens, happens. He doesn't like if the entire world is sacrificed in order to achieve his goal, it's okay. It's acceptable. It's tough to say on where the lab actually is. It could be a pocket world. I'm sure that the vessels do have abilities like warframes. But at the same time, is fighting the man in the wall going to be like an Eidolon battle for us? And there's a good point. I think somebody's just saying this right now. It it's very weird to me that Albrecht's method of confronting the indifference is to fight it, whereas we've seen the Tenno's method seems to be trying to understand it. So we may very well come to find that Albrecht was wrong in the method by which the indifference had to be addressed, and that the Tenno are going to be the ones to figure that out. We need another Rel. I we're Rel. I'm not saying we're Rel like we are Rel, but we are what we the Tenno are what Rel was. We're the ones that hold the line
Bird
now.
3. What I wouldn't give for some of that optimism.
So it's pretty crazy when you think about it in that regard. But again, this is easily one of my favorite places in all of gaming. This is Albrecht's Labs is just so much fun. It's so creepy, and as I said a couple times in stream, but I highly recommend everybody, if you haven't done this yet,
Boomy's sort of scary.
turn the music off and play in Trotty Labs. If you really want to get a little scared, do it at night with no lights on. Yeah, yeah. What's the next evolution? The vessel or something more? It's tough to say. I can talk a little bit about the Jade Shadows trailer. I mean, obviously
We've had a few
you have
setbacks, but we
you
are
I'm guessing because I think they went over this in the dev stream that this is going to be roughly sometime after the new war. Um, obviously that's it looks like Uranus, right? Where he's uh, in his bat cave. Um, well, continuity and wanderlust are their concepts. They're not necessarily like a thing. Wanderlust is a desire to want to explore, which is what void technology allowed them to do, explore the known universe. Continuity would be to continue life, to immortal, if you will, which based upon what we saw in Albrecht's Lost Notes, the Orcan appeared to have mastered immortality before the void itself. And why I said it is because, like I said, Albrecht came out of that thing. If you read what happened when he was in the void, you know, sliced up and whatnot, his face was destroyed. That would kill a lot of people. But no, I didn't get. I still have to do the Jade Shadows thing, the the lore entry, the secret lore page. That's everybody told me about it today. Um, so I don't think that he's saying because there is no thing in Warframe that's wanderlust, whereas like continuity is a real thing in Warframe, right? Wanderlust is a concept, and I think he's speaking in the same breath that yeah, but I don't think that. And again, we can agree to disagree here, but I don't think Kuva was involved, and I don't think continuity was involved with their immortality. I think that they were immortal before Kuva in continuity, and that continuity, the new method of it, is literally completely different than regrowing your body. I mean, it's taking an entirely new body altogether. But again, we'll see. Because this is exactly where the story's headed with Whispers in the Walls and Warframe 1999. We're going to find out exactly, especially in Warframe 1999. I really do think we're going to start to find out more about the early aspects of the Orcan. And the reason why I say that is because in that in the portion of Whispers in the Walls where we go back either in time or to a different dimension, if you look behind Albrecht, the moon is normal, meaning that this was prior to the no, apparently they had some type of technology that was able to just regrow skin. That's how it's in Albert's Lost Notes. He literally he grew his face back, and there's no talk of continuity or anything else. Whenever Albert was coming back from his original thing with the void, it was just Lloyd bringing him back to health again. But there's also no mention that he used any type of void abilities to do this. It was all basically like medicine, and it could have been very, very advanced medicine. That's what we don't really know, and I think what Warframe 1999 should tell us is how advanced were the Orokin by themselves, like without any form of void at all, no void. That's possible too. Is the technocyte virus something we're going to find has additional properties to it or a different uh, form? I mean, that's kind of what we're already seeing with the vessels because, we were told that whenever a human being has helminth administered to them, that they lose their minds. Yet Albrecht and Dante say different. So it makes you wonder, is this just going to be something that is like a new thing that was added to, like an additional bit of context, or is it going to be something that confirms something that a lot of people already believed? And I want to get on a motorcycle too, and but it was maybe framed in a particular way. I don't know. Agreed on that. Again, my major thing is that in the notes there's no talk of Lloyd or of Albrecht using continuity to fix himself. Whereas one would assume if that was the case, if that was the method by which immortality was created, he would have just taken on a new body. But we'll see. Like I said, it's very, very, again, there's a ton of things in Warframe, and I've noticed this recently, and I do it too, where there's multiple interpretations of a particular thing. And unfortunately, until we get that method of confirmation, you can't say one way or another. Perfect example is what we were kind of talking about. If any of you guys watched the video that I did on the Awakening in the history of the Orokin, the timing of the Zeraman ship is weird. It's according to some portions of the lore, the Zeraman was sent before the sentience, right? But then, and like in the Detron crewman thing, but then you go to Duviri, and there are aspects in there in specifically in the tablets, the Duviri tablets, that say that there were already people terraforming Tau, or there were already emissaries terraforming Tau. The exact reason. I apologize for the audio, guys. So there is absolute. Oh, really? I wonder what happened. Did I do something funny or wrong? Is the audio any better? Well, everything is brandy new, everybody. Everything that I mean, literally, not refurbished or anything. It's all brand new. I think Sean had it. I think Sean has the real problem that I'm going to look into. I think that there's an issue between. Hmm, Hello? How bad is it now? Is it real bad? No better? No better. No, not bad. It's a good. It's a good. Oh, what? See, that's my whole point is there are multiple things that contradict what we've been told. Okay? Oh no. Oh, then there's that one too. Then you can just throw in eternalism. If you, MMA, it could be purposely too. I'm not actually charging my controller though. I wonder why it just started now too. It's crazy. He likes to do that. Give me 1 second. Wait, I just want to add. So we can do it. Well, if we can get that fixed, that'd be wonderful. Well, I guess I could probably do that, huh? Did that do anything? Did that help at all? Thank you. I appreciate that. You tell me, Sean, about that. That's really that could be huge for our streams. But so real quick here before the audio gets too crazy on me. Jade Shadows. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that we are going to find out that the group that the stalker has, I think, is going to oppose the group that Pazul has. And I think their naming conventions, being the angels and the archons, might have some significance there. I think one was created, or they were, one was created to combat the other, like little groups. We'll see if that's the case or not in the end. But I also feel that, and I was saying this earlier, I'm wondering if they're going to make a connection between Umbra and the Stalker. And the only reason why I say that is because I just find it very strange that Pablo would be testing Jade out in a place that we've only seen one other time, and that was in the sacrifice quest. Now, if you really want to get tinfoil hat ready for this, I've already kind of postulated that I find it very funny that it does look, or it doesn't, at least on the surface, it looks like Arthur's left eye is very similar to Umbra's left eye. Now, I haven't seen this web page, but I as soon as the stream's over, that's like where I'm just headed right there. Everybody in the chat has been like telling me, "You got to see this. You got to see this. You got to see this." I don't know. I don't even know if maybe like who knows? What if they're all the same person? What I mean, is it not possible maybe that just through different times and whatnot, that Arthur, Umbra, Excalibur, and the Stalker are just different, maybe different dimensional aspects of the same person? Or maybe just it absolutely could be a huge stretch. Oh, really? How makes it such a callback? That is very, very interesting. Well, maybe, but aren't humans are orcans though? And again, I we'll see, we'll see. Well, okay, so everybody says that what is a low guardian? That's this is the like we have Dax, we know what Dax are. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what Stalker has his own thing because he is described in a method that has never been described anywhere else. So we don't know that it literally Umbra in a Dax could be either where Stalker heads to, potentially after the fact. It could be a different representation of that. Like I said, we've already we know that there are different dimensional aspects of Warframe, and we also know that it's able where we are able to take decisions that were made in the past and change them. So if a decision was made at one point to turn Umbra into, you know, or the Dax into Umbra, is it not possible that someone could go back through eternalism again, maybe not the best writing convention ever, and alter that aspect and change to be a different thing, just like the Drifter and the Tenno are? Yeah, and I mean, I think that's one of the big things is that not only do we not know how many years, I mean, we have an idea, but we also don't know the timeline. We don't know when things were. We don't know if one thing happened before another. Everything within the Orican era is completely speculative. Well, if that's the case, if the Soren thing, if Soren was on the Zerman, that would make a lot of sense. Further, I don't necessarily know that like I guess one of the things too with the stalker is that you know the stalker and if he does have a tenno, could be two completely different things, just like how we are with Umbra. I mean, technically, Umbra could be doing his own thing. So true on that with the Umbra and the Arthur thing, but we also know that Ballast, or I mean, Entrati went back in time, I guess, dimensionally, with Ballas's stuff to make the proto frames. So maybe it just happened beforehand to a different one. That's what I'm saying. Like I do believe in the real timeline, Warframes came before the proto frames. The proto frames came after the fact because Entrati went back using the helmet from his time. He says this to create the things that we have. Potentially, again, it's very wide open. All I'm saying to you all is don't be surprised if you see a very like an almost parallel between Stalker and what we're going to see to what we saw with Umbra. I don't know about the Netrocell thing. Again, that's when we go back to the Zerman thing. That one's a really crazy one. Timeline. Well, I mean, Stalker's always been able to talk, right? That's another possibility too. Yeah, the Stalker could just be another variant of Umbra, of not of Umbra, but like in the same breath of having that ability to retain his memories and stuff like that. But again, let's not forget if DE is going to keep this, um, all the lore relevant in the second dream, it's it's kind of implied that the Lotus went sent the stalker back to the reservoir, and that's what drove him mad. No, that's possible too. That's I actually said that before that like obviously there's something about the Tenno that he really hates. Um, it's very possible that now that we know that like a Tenno too, the other thing to consider is now that we know that a Tenno can technically transfer into a regular human. I mean, that's essentially where Arthur is, right? I mean, he's certainly not a full Warframe or not even close. So, is it possible that the Stalker is somebody that the Tenno used and got upset about that? I don't know. The problem with that theory is it seems like the minds get relegated to somewhere else whenever they become transferred. I mean, it's true. There's a definitely sorry, give me 1 second. It's definitely possible that moving forward that the Tenno can obviously transfer into other things. The question that you have to ask though is, and I think this is actually yeah, in the Varuna, in the Varuna uh, uh, Laverian, it even says in that regard that whenever things go into continuity, the mind of the other thing is moved into oblivion, and it makes me wonder if it could be Rel too. Can you imagine that? That'd be crazy. That would be nuts. But what I was going to say is that the many times, or it says in the thing that when the continuity occurs, the mind of the host is wiped away. It makes me wonder if a similar thing doesn't happen with the Warframes the first time, and potentially maybe even with the vessels, which is why this one is just sleeping. Dude, that is so weird. I'm glad somebody pointed that out. That's pretty awesome. Not gonna lie to you. Well, I think we're gonna probably cut the stream right here. It was a wonderful day so far. But I have more things I have to get done. I'm working on a rather large video for you all. I hope to have it done by the end of this week. It will be the entirety of the story of Warframe up to this point. I haven't actually done one of those yet, so I think it's time. I hope you enjoy that. I'll definitely put out a thing saying whenever I'm going to premiere the video. As far as streaming goes, we'll probably do another stream this week for Warframe at least. I have an Elden Ring stream, and I'd like to. There's a really good chance. 9 hours? No. What did I say? 9 hours? My fault. I didn't mean that. um, there's a chance on Tuesday too because I've followed it from the beginning. There's a good chance I'm going to stream the final shape for Destiny. Um, just because I want to see where the story does go with there. If you want to join me for that, well, that's true. And then what Wally made us think about what we did after the fact. That was the really crazy part of the sacrifice. Oh no! It's not going to be 9 hours long. 9 hours of a video is great, but I just don't see a lot of people. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but I want to give somebody. I want to give people a. I'd say at most it'll be probably like an hour and a half because I think there is a limit to where people want to, you know, they get tired of watching the whole thing, like a movie ish. And absolutely, I have myself, but I also want it to be a situation where people can watch it an hour and a half and understand what happened up to this point in the story. So, and then who knows? Maybe I'll do what a lot of people do, and yeah, I know. And again, it's great, but I'm not going to watch. If anything, I'm going to put that on while I'm gaming, right? But I would rather, with my videos at least, I would like people to like sit down and actually watch them. That'll probably be more something that I would do, is taking a bunch of smaller videos and put them together. I think that actually, I like that. Like Smotown did that for Elden Ring, and I thought that was a great. He took all of those little Swazdula. He took all of those little bits and pieces that he did and he put together in a huge video. That's smart. It's smart in a lot of ways. I could do that too. I actually just want to get some content that like has some type of, what I would say, a general concept behind it, not just doing week to week to week different stuff. But at any rate, oh, I know. I still think he likes Warframe. It's just, I think that if you look at his channel, he wanted to go a little bit different, and he saw a ton of success with Elden Ring. And that's, with YouTube, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to go where the people want you. And whereas I think a lot of people wanted him in Warframe, way more people wanted him in Elden Ring. So it's like supply and demand, and he left you all with me. And just there, but there's a bunch of new Warframe lore videos coming up with new creators too. So there's definitely no shortage of people that are willing to tell the story. It's all about you finding somebody that you enjoy the way that they tell it. Yeah, that was a bad one. That was Halo's. I thought they were going to come back in this newest one, and then it just kind of died. So, but at any rate, thank you guys all for joining me in today's stream. I very much appreciate you. Like I said, probably the next stream will be for the final shape if I end up doing that. All right. See, I like the 20 to 30-minute chapters. That's actually pretty cool. But keep an eye out for that on the channel. Hopefully we'll be able to get this stream to a situation where it's basically functioning at high level of quality throughout the entire time. We will continue to monitor it for you. I want you to have the best experience possible, even though it might not seem like that sometimes. But at any rate, I'm now going to go and check out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to go check out this piece of lore that everybody keeps talking about on the website. So again, thank you for all who joined me, and thank you for those who joined me in the actual play here. You guys, you were wonderful for me. Allowed me to do my own thing without having to worry about any of the enemies, so I very much appreciate you. At any rate, yeah, I know. I'll talk at you all on the next one. The mic we will get fixed eventually, I promise you. But hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend here, and take care of yourself, okay? See you all. Bye.